Hello, welcome my bad fans to Glam's Kitchen. Um, I'm going to cook. The reason I'm doing a cooking video is because I'm doing a psychological project for school. So y'all get to see my meals. I'm gonna do that first. But since I'm doing meal prep so that I don't have to heat up as much food for myself, start with cooking the steak that I bought, but I don't want it. There's also canned corn, so I know there was a lot of stuff in the cabinet, so that's why I was just like, I don't have to buy too much. So if I could find my box, elbows, love those. Those are my favorite shapes of macaroni. There's no so if they're small like that, they're also correctly. If they're bigger, I'm gonna cut them in half. With so they cook out about the same. Okay, well, my knife isn't as sharp as it used to be, so I'm concerned. Should be able to cut them easily. Difficult. Because if you can't just press a tomato into the blade, it's not a good enough knife. Get a better one. Sharpen your knives. I straight up unbothered this. Should not. I like. I would add onions, but we don't have any, so. Okay. So, cooking any vegetables until because it doesn't take that long to cook. Since I have paper, because I like it to be bite size for my fate. I don't like having to cut my food up when I'm eating. I just want so I do the same thing with my meats. My knife skills aren't great. They're just good enough. They're good. That's what matters. You don't have to be good at cutting things. You just need to be good. I will say, I only really ever have to cook like 2 dishes at most whenever I cook. This pot is getting rinsed out. I have to clean my cutting board and this bin. That's not that much work. I'm also going to show you the most jankiest, oldest fucked type of can opener, because it's just completely metal. You know what? It fucking works, and that's what matters. Though I will say, if you want to cut around this edge instead of the top edge, it's a lot easier to take it off. But this can opener can't do that easily without cutting yourself or hurting your hand. So I'm not going to. Also, I do use the can juices when I'm cooking. I know, weird, but the great way to not have to use broth is use vegetable juice. But I also was a vegan for years, so let it be noticed that all of my cooking skills come from that time of my life. I wasn't a vegan for any, like, normal reasons. I was vegan because food tasted weird. Well, I couldn't eat properly for that year. I was living off of peanut butter cookies and pasta with plain meat sauce. You're actually in one of my cabinets right now. I will show you though, the pan. That's beautiful. There's also going to be a bit of cream, which is when I add a bunch of spinach. Spinach shrinks down a lot, so I'm using half the bag. Medium. Don't burn your food. got my large one, and I got one that's like this big. This is the only one that can hold all of the spinach. And cooking tool because I have more control and I want to be close by. Only a 1/4. For 4 days. I can't eat black pepper. It makes my throat itchy. I won't die if I eat it. I just would rather not be itchy. Chili powder. Because, I would use regular soy sauce, but this is all I have. So. Oh well. Worcestershire sauce. And balsamic. I'm gonna mix all of that together. It's just the spices. I also have chives, ground mustard. Technically, it's a seed. And garlic salt. Oh yeah, half the bag of spinach. It shrinks a lot. I would say marinate your tofu, but I'm lazy. So this is just like I like ground mustard. Don't question it. It is just a really good flavor. It's also one of the few seasonings in my cabinet that I know isn't expired. So let that also be. I tend to over season food because I tend to burn it often. So let that be balanced. That's why I actually only cook for myself. I hate cooking for. Usually, I don't make food very good. Once it's done simmering, otherwise it burns. Worcestershire sauce has a higher sugar content, specifically this one. Because last time I used Worcestershire sauce, it didn't burn. So maybe this one's just a cheaper version, and it sucks. Because I wanted it to work properly. Again, this is also a very sweet meal, so everything like that. Just a little pinch in the bottom. But I am more of a baker than I am of a cooker. sauce if you want. And if you want bamboo shoots or water chestnuts, they taste really good. They have a really nice texture, and they blend the sauce perfectly. I feel like I should show you. Doesn't that look pretty? I'm just waiting for the pasta to finish boiling, which is in another like few minutes. Great way to test pasta though is if I could grab one. Don't want two, I want one. Because if you grab one to check the texture of it and whether it's fully cooked through, just bite it in half and check the center. If there's like a white line, it's not fully cooked. This one's not fully cooked. If there is no line, perfect. But cook your pasta to whatever texture you prefer. I prefer my pasta much more flimsy, so I cook it a little longer. I like to overcook most foods, because I prefer the texture of overcooked food. I don't recommend it for if I was cooking for other people, I wouldn't overcook it, but I like to have overcooked food. I just prefer the texture, you know? Got a little bit of tofu. Corn. Ooh, I like this brand. Kind of has like a bit of a nutty taste. Imitation crab. Delicious. And it was only $2. Steal, because that's 3 meals worth. If I made like the right amount of food instead of too much. It's so good, but it's so hot. Ow. That was like a gusher, but of hot boiling water just squirting down my mouth. Ow. Also, no, I do not cook for multiple people. Don't do it. I only cook for me. Also, all of my meals that I make for myself are 30-minute meals. So the prep and cooking time got 30 minutes no matter what. Because I mean, my pasta's almost done. Like a minute or two. Yeah. Because I'm impatient and I want it to be done now. And I don't actually. So technically it's fully cooked. It's good. And I know normal people salt their pasta water. I don't. Let me show you the final product. Yes. Okay, so peace, love, have a good day, my fab fans, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.